What's going on, my friends? I hope everybody's doing great. Thank you guys for coming back. So I got your Q&As. I still need to get the Q&A questions answered from my mom. Today was her birthday, so we kind of did a family thing. I cooked dinner for her and everything. So I think hopefully tomorrow, maybe by Thursday, I'll be able to get a video of her doing responses because I know I am curious to see what her replies would be to some of those questions. So starting right off, Whoopig had the question, do you have certified riggers or hire them in? So, we have two riggers that we work with that are both certified riggers. They do the majority of all of our rigging. I've been working with them for close to 4 years now. So for our complex rigging, they kind of handle all of it for us. I'll work alongside, we'll go in, they'll explain why they're putting points here and there, how they're balancing everything, and that's kind of how we do it. Devin, I hope I don't butcher your last name, Brathwaite? I'm guessing it's Brathwaite. He goes, what do you use for haze? So we have two hazers. We have the American DJ Haze Gen, and we have the Radiance Hazer. So between the two of them, for pure output, the Radiance Hazer wins hands down. It also is a $1,000 plus hazer. It works really well. It's been pretty much our go-to hazer since we bought it. But on the flip side, I really love the American DJ Haze Gen. I think for a inexpensive hazer where you turn it on and you instantly have haze, there's no warm-up period. I love that hazer. For small events, that is the hazer to go to. Heck, for the first 2 years of us doing school dances, from anywhere, probably, I think the first 2 years, pretty much 1,000 people, 1,000 students or less, that was our go-to hazer. We almost bought a second one to put one in front of the stage, another one on the other side of the room somewhere to kind of get the haze deeper in the room. And that's when we ended up buying the Radiance Hazer. And that one has the fan control and the DMX output for the haze control. So you can crank the fan up on the hazer and use it to push the haze further out into the room. They also make a road case for that hazer that has another built-in fan to help blow the haze. But that road case, again, is like $1,000+. So the bigger the toys get, the more expensive the additional components get as well. But for what we do, the Radiance Hazer has been great. Darren Plank, you talked about how you got a big boost in the beginning with the MMA events. How have you handled the immediate increase of production from, say, just the service you provided at the time? Were you overwhelmed with having to incorporate video projection, trussing, moving heads, programming, etc.? Or do you have plenty of lead time to learn it all, or already were using it in your services? So we really weren't doing anything like that. We only, I think, had probably 30-40 feet of truss at the time. The MMA contract just came up. It's really just a perfect timing of everything. When we signed the contract, it was I think a 1 or 2 year deal. And they wanted us to provide the service. And they pretty much said, hey, look, go write out everything that you would need to do it. Let us know the amount, and we'll talk. And essentially it came to, I had Ben Stowe price out pretty much everything for us. I took it back to them. They said, okay, do you want to own this? I said, yes. So they gave us a loan. We paid them back throughout the course of the contract. And that's kind of what jump-started us into doing the larger productions. But it is totally, as they say, like, it's like being thrown in the deep end and say sink or swim. And you really just have to learn on the fly with the scenario we had. I think it was an amazing opportunity, and I value the experience, and then I appreciate them being willing to do that for us and getting us kind of started in the other productions. It definitely allowed us to grow into different avenues, a lot faster. I think either way, we would have gotten to the point that we're at. This was just a lot faster of a route. But there was also, downsides of that because we were their beck and call. So if we were to book a big prom, they said we want this date, we have to do that event for them. So for the year and a half, 2 years of the contract or the agreement, it was tough because I almost hesitate on booking any events because I didn't know whether they were going to pick that date. And we wouldn't find out till, 60 days, sometimes 30 days out when the dates would be. So it's a double-ended sword. There was a lot of downsides to the contract, but there is the benefit of being able to get jump-started. But again, it was hard. It's hard not to know what you're going to... It's hard to book these massive dances or try to start booking these larger dances, but then run the risk that they may say they need you, and you are just rolling the dice. And luckily I was rolling sevens because we never had a conflict, but it was stressful. It was very stressful. Divine Sound and Lighting, John, is their equivalent to the Elation Par with the same similar specs that you could buy. I think he's referring to the 6-par 200s that had the red, green, blue, white, amber, and the UV. And one of the guys in the comments, David Ashton, said that both American DJ and Shop A have similar fixtures, and I believe Blizzard has similar fixtures like that as well too. Okay. So the second question was, you use current music in most, if not all, of your vlogs and videos. How do you make your prom and homecoming recaps videos post without them having copyright at YouTube? So YouTube does flag a lot of our stuff for copyright. Unfortunately, I think their copyrights have kind of they've kind of been a little more lenient on it, at least recently. I think maybe to see that there is a little bit of cross promotion when people use their audio, but then the only problem is I can't monetize our videos. YouTube pays me for posting videos because they're allowed to put their ads over top of them. The downside to that, though, is when I use music that has copyrights in them, we lose the revenue stream from those videos. But there's some things like the video editors that do the homecoming recaps and prom recaps that we roll the dice, and sometimes we can get a remix in there that kind of gets past it. Other times it gets flagged and we either have to redo the whole video or we just don't get paid for that video, which it sucks, and it is what it is. It's something that we deal with video by video. He goes, and you also said, where do you see JJDJ within the next 5 years? Next 5 years, I hope that we have a warehouse. I hope that we have more staff on hand. I really want to get to the point that we're doing multiple dances a weekend, and that's just going to come with needing staffing. And I want to see us pick up more corporate events. I want to see myself do a better job promoting and getting the word out there that we're not just DJ company. And that's where I think part of the flaw in our name, with it being JJ Entertainment, you're immediately assume that my name is either JJ or J, and you immediately assume that we're only a DJ company. So I don't know if a rebrand is in the future, something that we've talked about before, we've never have really kind of gone with. But we do a lot more than DJ services, as you guys see through our vlogs and everything. So it's something that we've talked about, but essentially I would like to see a couple more solid DJs on staff that could take over the school dances, because I don't want to be 35, 40 years old DJing a school dance. I would like to be more behind the scenes, whether it's just kind of being the production manager and bringing in talent and then kind of monitoring everything from that aspect. But I don't see myself being 40 years old DJing a school dance. 'Cause I just feel like you have to be able to relate with the students. And I feel like, sure, I can keep up the music, and I can probably just kind of get away with being able to play the current stuff and get into it, but I feel like I want to open the door up for a better experience. Like when I DJ, I'm not jumping around on stage. I'm not this huge personality. I think opening it up to have someone like that could bring a better experience to the school. So I guess we'll see. We'll see what the future entails with our schools. But I definitely intend to always grow and always keep going with our school dances. And I think we're hitting a peak with certain things, and I feel like the next option is to spread out more and tackle more dances and really start to take over the area even more. So hopefully that answers your question there. Rockstar DJK Playa, how did you parlay grow your company from your first school dance into what it has become now? Really, it's just been a hustle. It's been networking with the schools, finding the right people to talk to, getting in on some of the smaller stuff like cheer comps or the senior days, or trying to get your foot in the door anywhere with schools, so you can expand throughout the school networks. Like there's one district that we've kind of done a little stuff with, but we never really have blown up in that particular school district. However, another district we've done a couple things with, and it's led to more and more things, which is then just expanded, and that's our biggest dances you normally see. So I don't really know. I think it's just really the hustle and the grind. Being having a strong social media presence, doing a lot of the recap videos, being able to have strong content to show the schools, putting the time and effort into contacting schools over and over. Hey, look, there's my little buddy. Putting time and effort into to continually reach out to the schools, keep up with all the new sponsors. I think that's where you're going to find a lot of the boost that we've gotten to where we are now. And really, it's just kind of networking with the right companies that has the gear that you need to offer bigger dances, getting the right prices, and just upselling and showing pretty much our whole goal was to show schools that your school dances don't have to suck. Like, we can make a phenomenal school dance. And in this recent one from Osborne, the video we posted on our Facebook page, we have over 70 shares of that video, which is huge for us. We never get that many shares. And the biggest thing is there's former students like WTF. They never did that for us. Oh my gosh, how is that a school dance? Like, I want school dances to be awesome, because I didn't like my school dance. A lot of people didn't like their school dances that I know and I'm friends with. And it doesn't have to be that way. You can have a great school dance and make it something that the students strive and they look forward to. One of our schools, actually Osborne, they enforced a no-zero policy. So if you were failing any of your classes, or if you had zeros, you didn't have assignments turned in, that's it. You could not go to the school dances. And for some students, it's like, who cares? Like, the school dances aren't anything exciting. But we've made the school's dances where they're so exciting, and we promote it, and we come in and we hype the students up about the dances and get them excited about it, that they go and they put the effort in to get the grades up. This is what we were told from one of our sponsors, that the students are so excited for the school dance, like, they're making sure their work is turned in. They're working hard to get their grades up. And to be able to play even just a small portion in getting the students to the point that they want to do better in school, because they just want to be able to participate in these other activities like the homecomings. It's cool. It's a good feeling, and I would like to see more stuff like that, where we're able to motivate the students to do better in school, so they can participate in these awesome dances. But the thing is, though, you have to make these dances awesome so they want to do that. Like, if the dances are boring, it's no threat to them, or no, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but like when you get grounded from your parents, it's taking away the Xbox or taking away something that you enjoy. But if your parents, threaten to take away something that you don't even care about, it's you're not going to learn from that. So if they're able to use a great school dance as the reasoning for the students to be more motivated, to make sure that they get their assignments turned in, so be it. And I'm proud that that is what they're doing. So we kind of got a little off track there. The other part of the question was, additionally, it was difficult to differentiate what was necessary to grow your business. Yes and no. I feel like there's no bad mistakes. I feel like you always learn from everything you do, whether it worked out well or it didn't. I think the more failures in life you have, sometimes can be better, because then you can learn what didn't work. I feel like you have to have those slips and those falls and the bumps and bruises to be able to come out and understand how not to get those bumps and bruises. So yeah, I feel like, some of the mistakes on purchases, some of the mistakes on hiring people, you learn from. You have to learn from your mistakes. If you don't learn from your mistakes, then what's the point? Like, I don't know. You have to learn from your mistakes, and I think that comes from my parents on can't and quit never being in your vocabulary. Where just because you can't not do anything. Like, there should be no reason when you say I can't do this, because you should find a way to do it. And if you shouldn't quit something because it's never been I don't know, it's just never been in my blood or my DNA or the way I was raised to give up. And if something didn't work out, I found another way to do it. If there was something that I thought was so far away we could never do it, I found a way to get to that point, so one way or another. So I think the biggest thing is it's what I say in a lot of our vlogs, that no dream's too big to chase. Chase that dream, no matter what it is, and and forget the naysayers, because they don't matter. When it's all said and done, it's you have to be able to look at yourself and know that you gave yourself 100%. So do it for you. Do what you love to do because you love to do it, and if you love something so much, you'll find a way to do it. And so that's why I say, chase your dreams, because if you chase your dreams, you find something you love, you get better at it. And if you get better at it, it becomes, your clients see it, and your clients see that you've put the time and effort, and there's something about you that differentiates yourself from the competition. And so I think that, your biggest enemy is always going to be yourself sometimes, and I battle that. And sometimes I have to get past myself being negative and force myself to be positive sometimes. And I feel like if you can get past that, block out the naysayers, and just follow your dreams, and don't give up on whatever it is you're trying to do, and don't even think about quitting. Just keep trying. That's really what it comes down to. So hopefully I kind of answered that question. I feel like I kind of got off in this whole motivational speech, but Darren Plank had a second question. For a beginner, would it be better to start off just using Show Express, or work your way out from, say, an Obey 3, Obey 4, Obey 50, and so forth? I think if you're going to get into DMX, I'd dive into Show Express, just because I think, sure, it's nice to understand how the DMX boards work. And there's been a time that I had to use the DMX board not too long ago, and I was totally just lost with it. But I feel like if you're going to get into DMX lighting, there's so many advantages to learning a software-based program like Show Express, or any of the other ones. I mean, I personally like Show Express. So I think if you're going to get into DMX shows, and I'm talking more than just uplighting, but if you're going to get into programming more stuff, I think the Show Express is the way to go. If you're just going to do uplighting and you just need something to literally change between red, green, blue, and amber or white or whatever, then maybe the Bay 4 or 50 works for you. But I think if you're going to get into, like I said, larger shows where you're dealing with wash lighting, and you need to be able to have the ability to control the colors on the dance floor versus the colors that you're putting on the perimeter of the wall, and you need to be able to control movers down the road. If you want something long term, I think you should invest in Show Express. That's it. So those are your questions. Like I said, the Q&A with my mom, I'll get those hopefully up this week. If you guys have more Q&A for her, please leave those questions in the comment section below. If you haven't had a chance, go to Facebook and do a search for JJDJ Entertainment. I think it's facebook.com/JJDJ Entertainment. Make sure you guys like our page and check out the latest videos that we've been posting. Don't forget, we do have a JJDJ Entertainment YouTube page, so please subscribe to that. We do need to get that subscriber count up higher, so if you guys would take a second and subscribe to that. We posted a ton of videos this past week, probably 10, 15 videos, so go check them out. Thank you guys for watching the vlogs. Thank you guys for your support. Remember, there's no dream too big to chase, and I'll talk to you guys next time.